Hey guys, Akisha Lockhart here for She's Got a Show, and our pull-up season wellness check is continuing. We got to make sure Chicago's good, the people are good. So I'm really excited because we're outside the promontory right now. I just pulled up on Josh K. He's a Chicago native, an R&B singer, and he's got some really exciting updates for us. I cannot wait to unpack it all with him. So any minute, I think we should see him. Oh, there he is. Here he comes. Hey, Josh.
Yo, what's going on?
How are you?
How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
Yeah, me too.
So I was letting him know. We're pulling up on you outside the promontory. We got the Lysol I spray. We got the hand sanitizer.
So
we're masked up.
Masked up. We good.
Yeah, we're not playing around. So Josh, this is really, well, actually, do you want me to call you Josh K or Josh?
No, Josh is cool.
Josh is cool?
Yeah,
okay,
Josh
cool. So for you all and for Josh, we actually met before.
Yeah.
So I came to a performance you did at the promontory for WGCI's home turf. I saw your performance and talked to you backstage. You were so nice. And so I was like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool if we met here to bring it full circle.
Bring it back around, huh?
Right, because so much has happened to you since then.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
So what I want to do is, because they love this, and I hope you do too, I like a good icebreaker. Okay. Do you mind if we do that?
Let's do it.
You got your phone?
Yep.
Pull it out. We're going to do some rapid fire questions. Are you a little scared?
No, I'm good.
Not even a little bit?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Cool. I love that. I love that energy. So again, these are rapid fire, Josh. Okay. So my first question. Read us the last text you received and don't tell us who it's from.
Last text I received?
Yep. Don't tell us who it's from either.
What happened, bro?
Oh, man. Okay. All right. What did you eat today?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet?
Nope. It's been a hectic day for me.
Okay. Not intermittent fasting or anything? Just
one of them busy days. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Best date you've ever been on?
Best date I've ever been on? Whew. I went to a Bulls game.
A Bulls game?
Yep.
Oh, very nice. So just the game itself was the best?
Yeah, just really good seats and everything, just the game.
Okay, cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Most famous person's phone number you have?
I would say Fab.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could be featured on anyone else's project outside of rap and R&B, who would you want and why?
Anybody's projects?
Yeah, you could be a feature
besides rap and R&B?
Outside of rap and R&B. So I'm sure there's some artists out there that you...
Man, I'd say Leanne Hathaway. I like to get into the acting side. That'd be fun.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'd like to be featured in one of her projects. That'd be
cool. Well, that was it for the rapid fire. Okay, so now we're gonna leave that alone so you can relax. You put the phone away. Right. Cool. You did good though.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah.
So something that I've been doing, Josh, in my Jeep series, I have been going around over the last year. I kind of stopped. I paused on a little bit because the COVID numbers went up. Yeah. But I was pulling up on really influential Chicagoans and having them hop in the Jeep with me and just talking to them about how they're holding up because all of our lives changed. Like no one knew how to handle this pandemic. No one saw it coming. Everybody was like on equal playing field as far as, again, not knowing how to handle this. So before we go any further, can you really just be transparent for all your friends out there and for me too? And I'm asking you because I genuinely want to know, how are you doing?
I mean, I'm doing good actually. Like you say, COVID was definitely a rough year. We were all just winging it. This is something that no one has ever experienced. So no one had any advice on what to do or how to handle it. But fortunately, a lot of people had a really bad time during COVID, but honestly, I really had a really great year. As far as for me, I had my daughter.
Congratulations.
I got signed during COVID. And then I own a recording studio in Chicago. So nice. During the time, I asked my engineers, I'm like, do you want to, stay home? You don't have to work or nothing. And they kind of still wanted to do it. And I guess, a lot of people didn't have a lot of things to do. So the studio stayed really booked. So then it gave me time to work on more music. So, financially and just mentally and just everything, I moved into a better home. Like, it was just a really good year for me. So I was really blessed, and I thank God every day for that. And I still do, pray before I eat, because it could have been completely different.
Wow, that is so wonderful because so many people don't have that same story, but then there are a lot of people that did find a lot of blessings in all the turmoil that happened. So I'm glad you're on that side of it. So speaking of Fab and you signing, how did you end up becoming the first artist to sign with Fab? And it happened actually a year ago, because it was in March and it was on your birthday that you signed. So talk about how that whole entire thing manifested.
Man, when I first met, like, even growing up as a kid, I listened to Fab, you know, and I wasn't really maybe into sports. I could sing, but I was never like really super pursuing music until I got out of school. It was like I drew an interest to it. But growing up, I listened to Fab. So if you would have told me back then that I was gonna sign to Fab, I'd been like, yeah, okay, you know. I thought I was gonna go sports or something. Fast forward, I ended up just building a relationship with him basically. On the music side, I ended up getting his contact information, email and stuff, and ended up sending him some music that he liked. And then I ended up being featured on the first Summertime Shootout. I remixed Drake's song Hotline Bling. I did Trapline Bling, and he really liked it. I'm just simplifying it too. And then ever since then, you know, I was chilling at the crib one day. I was staying in a condo like right over here on 29th. I had Section 8 standing in there. I was just working, recording all day. Just took that and used that to my advantage. And he called me one day and was just like, yo, bro, how you doing? I'm like, who is this? And he was like, Fab. I'm like, Fab? He's like, yeah, Fab, bro, Fabolous. I'm like, oh, okay, give me 1 second. And I put the phone on mute. Had some homies in there. I'm like, yo, this Fab, man. Like, what? Like, you know, like they say, your life could just change like that. And then I got back on the phone. I was like, yo, what's up? He's like, yeah, man, I was just calling. I'm in LA right now. I like the Trapline Bling. I just want to know if I could use that on my project and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, cool. And then ever since then, we just kept building relationship. And then when he came up to do his last installment, which is Summertime Shootout 3, which was his first album in 10 years, I was a featured artist on there. That's awesome. And then the song with Tim and Chris Brown and Tiana Taylor, Us vs. the World, I wrote that song on there as well. And then I guess from there, he was just like, man, you know, your work ethic is crazy. I like your sound. I know you as a person. He's like, you know, if you're up for it, I got a situation for you. So that's when I held my music for a whole year, and then I dropped So Tough before I signed him. So it was just unexpected for me.
Wow.
Dope though. Such a blessing.
Definitely. Yeah. So something that I really think is wonderful about you, and I want to know more about this and break it down. So when you sign with Fab, you took less money so that you could have 100% of your
so significantly less. And he gave me that option. Fab is
100% of your publishing. Yeah, your publishing. So explain that.
Yeah, so Fab is a really good dude. You know, he was never trying to like you know, evict me or put me in a bad situation. And I was just, you know, expressing him like, you know, I'm a writer and I'm really big on my writing. He was like, yeah, you know, when the legal side, they was just like, you know, we went back and forth, and I was like, you know, I'll do this if I can keep this, you know, if you're cool with that. He was just like, yeah, that's cool. So it was my offer. Like, I took way less, you know, so I could keep my publishing, my writing. And publishing is basically, you know, you get paid if you're a writer, you get paid for your writing, and then publishing checks and royalties like that. Those are the gifts that keep on giving. That comes forever. So if you're an artist and you're in a position where you don't have to give that up, try to hang on to that, because that'll go to your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids. And the more placements I do, the bigger I get. You know, and more writing I do, even in my records, Chris Brown records, whoever records, I'll retain ownership to that.
I am so happy to hear that.
That was important for me.
Definitely. Yeah. So do you have a team? Was there somebody that kind of put that in your head? Because I can imagine being so emotional, like you said, you love Fab, you love his work, you looked up to him, and now you have this opportunity. Did you think of that yourself? Like, I need to ask for this, or did someone else kind of, you know, hey, like, I know you're excited about this, but hey, make sure you do X, Y, and Z. Did you have an attorney or anyone that kind of helped you?
Man, I mean, I had an attorney, but it was kind of someone that, you know, was referred to me at the time, because this was a new situation for me. It was a new thing for me. But fortunately, I had a mentor in the game. That's like my dog. Are you familiar with Chef Tone?
Maybe, if I
say so Chef Tone, he wrote Justin Bieber's journals. He did, his name's Chef Tone. He did a lot in the industry. And when it came time to me to sign my situation, you know, I was fortunate enough to have his contact do Sean Dockery, which is his cousin. Okay. That's how I met Chef, and I was just able to call Chef like, yo, you know, what could I do? What are your advice? You know what I'm saying? Because he's big in the game. He's done, like I say, he worked with Bieber and a list of other people. Just Bieber being the biggest artist, and he was like, you know, bro, you could do this, do that. He gave me a lot of advice that I was able to have someone like him to call, so I was lucky for that too.
That's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
So many people see the highlights. They follow you. I hope you all follow him on Instagram and social media, period. Follow him. And so they see all the highlights. But can you kind of just also have another real transparent moment and kind of let us know how, like, the keys to success when you don't feel like doing it, when you're not motivated to get in the studio, when you have maybe writer's block, or you know, you're, for instance, if you have a girlfriend, you're into it with your girl and you're going through it, or now you have a baby. So, you know, there's all these different things that happen in life. Relationships end up falling apart. How do you manage to keep going and stay on top of everything? What advice can you give for us all?
I ain't gonna lie, like, not even be a sob story. Like, you know, like, I had a rough time coming up. You know, we all do as being minorities, you know. So, just really, you know, I feel like the key to success for me is really, like I put on my story yesterday, is really just, you know, organization.
I saw your planner. I saw that in your story.
Yeah, very organized and very in communicating with others. Like, I was late, you know what I'm saying, to this interview, but I communicated. You know,
yes.
A lot of people didn't say nothing. They would just show up, you know. Yeah. Communicating. But as far as that, you know, you're gonna have days where you're not gonna want to do it. There was days when I already had fab placements. I was already doing stuff, and I wasn't signed to him yet, or I didn't have a situation. I was still indie, and some days I was just like, man, you know, I don't want to do this no more. But you gotta just, you know, if you find yourself not being able to not do it, then it's just meant for you. It's passionate, but it's definitely gonna be hard times. It's gonna be times where you want to quit. It's gonna be times where you broke. It's gonna be times where you up, times where you down. You just gotta stay headstrong. You gotta have faith in God, man. And,
amen. And
just, you know, continue to just have patience, man, and patience. Work hard and have patience.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. I like all that. So, what is the most requested when people see you or when you go to perform? And I know, again, because a lot of the world's open up. What is your most requested song?
Man, you know what it is? It's not even a song in particular. People just ask me to sing acapella.
Okay.
Because everyone uses so much autotune nowadays. And I guess, you know, in my shows I've done it before. Like, I'll do like older R&B songs. Okay. And they'll just be like, man, sing some acapella. And they really don't even have a song. They just want to hear me they just want that performance back, because they're not getting a lot of it nowadays. Yeah. It's just like singing, dancing, which is cool, but sometimes you want to get up there and just see somebody vocally shine. So what is your favorite song to sing acapella? I would say Music Soul Child. So you know what I'm about to do, Josh. Oh, you want me to sing right now? You know I want to hear it. They want to hear it. I go, so many things I've gotta tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know. I ain't never sung with a mask. Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently, love. That's my joint right there. Love it. Josh, what can your fans look forward to? Man, I got a lot coming up. So I dropped LL1. I dropped LL2, which is Lover's Lane. It's a series that I got out right now. So now I'm gearing up to drop Lover's Lane Act 3. And on Act 3, I got to join in with me and Fab again. It's called My House. So we're dropping the song and video to that. I also got to join on there with myself and Jeremiah. We're going to drop a video to that. That's called All in My Head. And then I got another record on there with Tory Lanez, and that's called Decisions. And then I got a bunch of solo tracks on there as well. So we're doing songs and videos for all those. Wow. I have my official signing party, which is going to be next Thursday in Chicago. I also got one in New York too, which is going to be on the 6th. So, nice. The 6th and 8th. Okay. Yeah, just a lot. I got a documentary coming out. Wow. Just to tell my story, you know, so people can, just to motivate people based off where I came from. And then the family's gonna partner with, I guess, like a major. So I'm not sure which one yet. We're kind of going back and forth for 2. So I don't want to talk too much, but that's gonna be dope. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. It's a lot going on. Well, we're looking forward to all that. We are definitely looking forward to all that, and I can't wait to next Thursday, because I'm gonna have to be there. Yeah, you're definitely in the building. You already know what time it is. Appreciate that. Yeah. So this is the last thing I'm gonna ask you. I think I always say the last thing, and it's like one other thing after the last thing, but I think this is gonna be the last thing. So Josh, I need you to do me a favor, and I hate to say this before I tell you what it is, but I need this favor, right? Yeah, I got you. You got me. Okay, you all heard him. I got it. So I need you, next time you see Fab, I need you to tell him this, because it's the craziest thing. Like, months back, I was like, man, if I ever met Fab, I would tell him this, and this is what I want to tell him.
I love his captions on Instagram. I absolutely love them. And I was like, if I could ever have a celebrity or a person, period, ghostwrite my Instagram captions, I would want Fab. And so what I need you to tell him that part. But I also need you to ask him, does he take the picture and then write the caption, or does he write the caption and then take the picture? Because he does such a good job of like tying it together, like his words. And I know that's what he does. He's a wordsmith. Like, this is what he does, but he's so good at it. And
I think that's why me and him are really close.
because of Instagram captions.
Well, the wordsmith, the wordplay, like even in our text messages and stuff, we go back and forth like with all the words and stuff. So I know for a fact he takes the pictures and then he analyzes the pictures and then he comes with the caption.
Oh,
but if you go on my stories and stuff too, you read this. We're very similar. Like, we love to play on words and have fun with the words. But you'll be there asking yourself because he's gonna be there.
Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here first. So I'm going to get to ask him. Okay, but for some reason, if I don't, which we're going to put in existence that I do, will you make sure you tell him?
I got you for sure.
Okay, so you all, I really, really, really appreciate you all checking out our interview. Make sure you continue to follow this man. I'm going to put all his details in the description. He is the best. He even said he's Jeep Gang. You said you got a Jeep too.
Jeep Gang, the family, we're Jeep Gang around here.
So we got Jeep Wranglers. We have a lot in common. He's great. So for She's Gotta Show, I've been your host, Akisha Lockhart. Let them know who you are again.
I'm Josh K, man. You can follow me on the singer Josh K on all platforms, and I'll thank y'all too, for tuning in.
All right. See ya.
Oh, yeah.